Hi, and welcome to this week's episode with me and Mike. Mike, how the devil are you?
Swell and fantastical, sir. How are we doing today?
Yeah, good. How is the world in the good US of A?
Oh, not on fire, but it's still 4 o'clock Eastern time, so we have some time for stuff to catch on fire still.
Yeah, that is true. Maybe not on fire your end, but the West Coast is definitely still suffering. Bless them. Do you know
Oh
what?
yeah.
It must be horrible living on the West Coast. I mean, you've got coronavirus, you've got the forest fires. What else? It's like the end of the world.
Well, you know what it is, Brian. I give people who live in places like Hurricane Alley and on the West Coast where they keep having all of these awful, terrible, forest fires and everything. And people have businesses and everything, vineyards. I give them a lot of credit because they persevere through this stuff. They work through it and they keep on trucking.
Yeah.
I give humans are a lot sturdier of a species sometimes, I think, than we like to give ourselves credit for.
Yeah, definitely. And things are changing in the UK. Scotland has gone in completely. All bars and restaurants are shut. And Nottinghamshire, where I'm based, is looking like it's going to be on a lockdown very, very soon. But we're going to talk a little bit about the effect of the film industry very soon. But before we go on to that, Rick Moranis. What I just cannot believe, this is a guy that's been part of my childhood, and then shone away from the stardom to focus on his kids, and it only recently come back into stardom in that Mint commercial with Ryan Reynolds, and then someone jumped him just randomly on the streets of New York.
Yeah, bro. New York City is has become a very different world these days. It's I'm not going to say it's harkened back to the time of the 80s, but there's been a lot of people getting sucker punched, if you will, by random not so nice guys and gals these days. No bueno.
I mean, what I've got here, let me just play one of the latest news reports about Rick. It's also got some photos on there. So if we've got any viewers in the States, who knows? Someone might recognize him, but here we go.
An update on the random attack on the Upper West Side that injured actor Rick Moranis. The NYPD just released this new photo of the suspect. Earlier today, police said they were questioning someone at the 20th Precinct Station House in connection with the Thursday morning attack. The suspect is wanted for punching the 67-year-old actor, knocking him to the ground as he was walking on Central Park West near 70th Street. Moranis is reportedly doing okay. There are no charges as of yet.
Yeah, I just can't. Bless him. I know that Ryan Reynolds reached out on Twitter for support, and apparently his representatives are saying that he's doing very, very well.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. He won't shy away. I mean, I was interviewing Dan Lanigan that did Prop Culture on Disney Plus.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen that episode. So he basically talks about film props, and he had Rick Moranis on, and apparently he wasn't, well, he didn't want to go on set. He was very dubious. He was very, well, what's this show going to be about? And Dan was saying that even while on set, he was a bit unsure. So you know what? It's not very nice for something like that to happen to such a nice guy.
It's just, it's I don't want to say it's a small comfort, but most folks, especially based on the potential suspect, doesn't know who Rick Moranis is. I don't want to say it's better that it was just a random act of violence, because any act of violence like this is not good. But it's nice to know at least that he wasn't targeted for being Rick Moranis. I know even Chris Evans had tweeted something about his blood boiling over such an attack like this. And I mean, and it's nice to see, Captain America get pissed about this, but I mean, this stuff happens a lot,
Yeah.
especially, anyone who lives in the tri-state area who's watching this would tell you that, we get videos and stuff like that all the time about awful acts on, senior citizens and such.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, Rick Moranis isn't a spring chicken.
No. But he's tiny as well, so he's not that big.
Yeah.
So obviously, the guy that attacked him was quite big. So it must have conflicted a bit of damage. But hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll get caught. Someone will see the pictures and report
I hope so.
him, and hope he gets justice. I mean, again, for something like that, he'll probably get a slap on the wrist and don't do it again. But hopefully not. I mean, that's what happens in good old the UK, unfortunately.
Man, it's the same here.
Yeah. So obviously, the film industry is becoming, worse over the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Because you've got Regal and Cineworld. So Cineworld own Regal, if I'm right in saying that, and they're set to close 663 cinemas worldwide.
All of them. They're closing all of them.
Yeah.
They're not keeping anything open.
But that's on a temporary basis. I mean, the amount of jobs, over 4,000 jobs, I think, in the US alone, are lost. I mean, what do you reckon the impact's going to be for movies to come?
Well, it's hard to say because you look at they pushed back Wonder Woman, they pushed back the Batman. As Emily says, asking about Black Adam, that's off their list. Oh yeah. He is a coward for sucker punching someone a third of his size.
Yeah, completely agree.
You're 100% right, Nanochka. 100% right. So, but I think that the movie industry is been impacted greatly by this. I mean, as we talked about last week with Mulan, with Bill and Ted, what was that? Tenet, right? I have yet to see that, but everyone says it's awesome. Or did it come out yet? I don't know. I'm so behind on my movies, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Tenet came out at the cinema, but it didn't do that well because people weren't going to the cinema.
And they said it was fantastic, and people said it was awesome.
Do you know what? I haven't seen it. I've seen Bill and Ted. You know what? I think I enjoyed it because of the nostalgia of it. Do you know what I mean? I grew up watching it when I was a kid, and it was a great film. Would I go to the cinema to watch it after I've seen it because I streamed it? I'm like, I think they could have done a better job. I think it was definitely, in my opinion, a money-making project because of the storyline. But it was still, amazing.
I think here's my thing about that with Bill and Ted is that you don't have a lot of, and as you know from dealing, in your interviews and such, you don't. You need the backers. And when you have, even though Keanu Reeves has been a gigantic star these days, and Winters has been more behind the camera with directing and everything else and producing, a lot of studios were probably like, Bill and Ted 3, really? I mean, okay. So I mean, they got a certain amount of money and everything for it, but I mean, it's you're not going to expect the same level of effects and it's like lightning. It's hard to catch lightning as you know, more than a couple times in a bottle.
Yeah, it
was awesome, and again, like you said, very nostalgic for me, and I thought it was a very fitting end to the Bill and Ted, at least cinematic trilogy, era. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, but the knock-on effect for all these movies, because obviously Bond has now been slated for April release.
Yes.
And I don't know. Do you think they're going to be spending less on the movies and not making as many big blockbusters for a while to accommodate for it?
I think that you're going to wind up seeing a lot more stuff, obviously going direct to streaming services. How much does Netflix spend on The Witcher? How much is Netflix spending on The Boys? How much is Netflix spending on all of these, or Amazon Prime on The Boys? How how often, how much money is the budgets for these things, and you're still getting actors, and I think actors are probably, and actresses and directors and everything are probably asking the same question, like, does it pay to have $150 million budget for a movie when we only might make 35 of it back with the way things are right now?
Yeah, true. And obviously with Venom 2 as well. Venom 2 is being delayed.
All delayed.
So let's talk about Batman, because Batman's been delayed massively, and I know that you're a Batman fan as well.
I mean, if you can't tell, I'm a huge Batman fan, bro.
So the question is, will Robert Pattinson twinkle? I know we've said it before, and do you know what? Let's play the trailer. Let's have a look at the trailer.
Play the trailer
and see what we think afterwards.
From your secret friend.
Underneath the bridge,
Who?
top has sprung a leak, and the animals I've trapped
Haven't a clue.
all become my pet.
Let's play a game. Just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you?
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
This guy's crazy!
You're part of this too. How am I part of it? You'll see.
Wow.
Woof.
Do you know
Still
what?
awesome.
Do you know what? When they announced it, and I'll be honest, didn't think any of it. I really didn't. Robert Pattinson and the cast, and when that trailer came out, absolutely amazing. But again, 2021. When do you reckon we're gonna see that movie? Because they had to stop it, and obviously, other movies have been delayed. I just can't wait. I really can't. I think the car looks amazing, and I think he's gone in a different direction altogether.
It's I think that a lot of people crapped on Pattinson unnecessarily in the beginning, thinking because he was the vampire in the Twilight series that he was going to not be any good. But the dude's made a dozen movies at least since then. So and I mean, it's like telling like Affleck was crappy in Daredevil. Does that mean he was going to be a crappy Batman? The answer was no. He was good. Batman. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh yeah. I thought it was fantastic.
The trailer was bomb, bro. The fact that they used, first of all, I'm a gigantic Nirvana fan. I've always been, and the fact that they used something, something in the way, and they like put it like slower and like eerie with the music. Oh, come on, it was fantastic.
I just can't wait. But the thing is, you know that 2021 is going to be a mad year. It's going to be a mad year in a good way. I think all these movies are going to come out. Everyone's going to be absolutely bombing the cinema. Do you reckon they're going to put the prices up? Do you reckon they're going to recoup the cost back some way or form?
Here in New York City, we've just gotten some of our indoor dining back. We were allowed 25% indoor dining, and everyone else could still freeze their asses off now that the fall is coming. So, but our mayor has decided that he is allowing these businesses for 90 days from October 1st to include a 10% uptick to try and recoup some of their lost income. Will the cinemas do the same thing? I mean, you probably will, but a lot of people, like with cons, like with gyms, like with malls and other stores, people are going to be afraid to go back unless they are absolutely guaranteed that they are not going to have somebody sneeze on them.
Yeah, cough, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I suppose so. But the question is, though, do we go to cinema or do we stream? I mean, obviously, with all the cinemas closing, stream is the only option. But when cinemas reopen, are people going to continue streaming?
Yes, they are.
That's the thing.
It's like look at it this way. If my thing is even about like the way the things are now. If you do not feel that if you have a compromised immune system or you are a certain age, maybe it might be a little better for you to stay home. Maybe it might not be a good idea for you to go to the cinema. Maybe it might not be a good idea to sit in the movie theater with some guy or gal that's going to be 2 feet, 3 feet to your left, unless it's your significant other. I would go today. If the cinema's open today, I would be there with getting my Cheetos popcorn and a large Hawaiian punch.
Yeah. To be fair, I would. Because I know no one would be there. but to be honest, if you sit further away, I mean, come on. I mean, the thing is, we are put in different situations a lot worse than being in a cinema.
Oh yeah.
We're in the workplace. When you go to a restaurant, what would be the difference? You know what I mean? You're sat in the same seat. You're not moving about. Yeah, they've got to sanitize the seats. Stuff like that. But with technology, they can just spray them down. But
yeah, it's a lot though. I mean, you look at it's one of those arguments where you have to look at both sides of the coin. I want there to be. He might be sparkling.
No, he's not going to be sparkly. No,
maybe they light him on fire in the middle of the movie. Who the hell knows?
Yeah,
but I mean, I feel like it's gonna be 2021 is gonna be a crazy year for a lot of reasons, and I hope all good. I hope it doesn't continue like this into the summer. Otherwise, 2021 is gonna be a wash too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the other film that I'm really looking forward to is Wonder Woman 1984. It feels like we've been waiting forever for this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, but the rumors are they're going to be streaming it.
I heard that too today. That's funny you said that. I heard that too.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. That's one of the movies I would want to see in the big cinema. It's one of the movies that I'd want to see in IMAX with amazing sound and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Do you know what? While we have a ponder, let's treat the viewers to the trailer. So let me just find that for you. There we go. Here we go.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do. Your time will come, Diana. And everything will be different.
Citizens of the world,
I'm here to change your life.
anything you want, anything you dream of, you can have it.
You look like you saw a ghost. Diana, look at you. It's like not one day has passed.
I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be an apex predator. You've always had everything, while people like me have had nothing. Well, now it's my turn. Get used to it.
one for rules? The answer is always more. The way I fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
Barbara, what did you do?
You know, I'm not so keen on this one. I figure you are, but you know what? I'm ready to go.
I think we can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah,
Does everybody parachute now?
I love that. You know what? The way she says,
Jenkins.
Barbara, what have you done? I just think, oh, she's just amazing. She really, really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll just take a moment.
It just
Yeah.
it sucks that, like you said, bro, it sucks that we have to wait so long for this movie to come out. We've been waiting for it forever, just like the James Bond movie that we talked about last week. It's just a long wait. And you
Yeah.
know, you understand why again they don't want to release it yet, or they want to hold off because they want to try putting in cinemas to make their money back because they've spent a buttload of money on these movies. But at the same time, as fans, we're like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. And do you know what I quite like, and I agree
She's right.
agree with that. You know, can't wait, never enough badass female leads. Do you know what? You know, I've got two small girls, so yeah, to have characters like that on the screen. I mean, my girls love Wonder Woman, they really, really do. And to have those sort of characters and role models, I think is fantastic.
listen,
It really is.
brother. Over the
And then-
years, we've had so many. We've had Ripley, Buffy. I mean, you've had so many strong female leads. It's awesome to see that Patty Jenkins continuing that. Not even like, you know,
Yeah.
she's. I'm not gonna say she's not a pioneer because the movies are freaking great, but it's just nice to see female directors and directors in general still continue to make strong female leads and strong female, you know, superheroes and superheroines.
And Emily's commented, "What do you think about Bloodshot with Vin Diesel? Do you really?
Hey, I like the character. The character's awesome.
Yeah.
Jason David Frank did Bloodshot,
Yeah.
and I think like a fan film type thing. And I mean, it's again, Bloodshot's a great character, but I without, and again, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't like super comment. But
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be as true to the comics as it should be. Again, I
Yeah.
have to watch it, so maybe I might turn around
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, I believe it."
I mean, from
Uh.
an entertainment value, it's an awesome film. It really is. But the way I look at films is when I've watched it and I walk away, and it keeps me thinking for the next 2 days. Like, wow, that was all awesome. But in all fairness, Bloodshot, I watched it, and then the next day I couldn't remember really what happened. So it was great for the 90 minutes or whatever it was, but they could have done a better job. They really could have done a better job.
And I didn't even see it.
Excellent.
And
So
now I won't.
yeah. So what is happening with everything on the shelf? Any news this week?
Well, okay. So I just dropped the episode on Monday. I try and keep it somewhat fairly consistent when I regards to releasing episodes. So I dropped my latest episode on Monday, and that was actually with as I mentioned last week, my dear old younger brother. And we talked about his old US currency collection, which was, I mean, I got to be honest, bro. Like I said on the show, money goes in my pocket, money comes out of my pocket to spend. That's about it. He has money from like the 1800s and all sorts of crazy rare bills and stuff. And it was neat to see what my little brother had to collect. You know, something different.
So for all the viewers, any new viewers and listeners, Mike hosts a great show on YouTube on Shelf the Series, where you get collectors on the show to talk about their collection, and it doesn't have to be a superhero collection. Well, it could be any collection, as you just said, money, Barbies, Doctor Who.
Yeah. We're all over the place.
So if anyone's got a collection of some sort and they're passionate about that collection, how can they get in touch with you, Mike?
Well, there is this magical link that you had just posted. There it is. That magical link right there. You can reach out to me via direct message on Instagram. You can email me. You can send carrier pigeons. I also accept hawks and smoke signals. It's there's a ton of ways. And listen, I was just looking at an email before the show started. A fellow who has a large Bewitched collection, the old sitcom with what's her face, Montgomery. Exactly. I'm
trying to do the nose. My nose ain't moving.
I can do that. Like, there, perfect. It was. I mean, I like that show. I was awesome that somebody reached out to me and was like, it reached out to me, and I love when people were like, I have an awesome collection. Here, look at some of my pictures. And so he'll be on the show at some point. So all sorts, folks.
That is awesome, because I think that a lot of people collect stuff even if they don't realize it. It could be magazines. Some people collect. I seem to be collecting cats. Hey, I can come on and talk about my cats.
Cat collection, sure. I mean, how many cats can you put on the shelf, bro? I don't know.
Show and tell. Do you know what? I've got one currently asleep, literally 4 foot away from me right now. Her name is Evie, and she's the whiniest cat in the world, and she's not waking up. See, she's sleeping. I'm not going to get her. She gets a bit nasty when you wake her up.
Yeah, my dog Clark is sleeping in the other room. I just got home a little while ago, so he's not completely interested unless I give him a snack right now. So he'll be good until the show ends.
Excellent. So on my show, on Be More Super, the podcast, I've had a really busy week, Mike.
Dude, you have
really busy. So I got off interviewing Charlie Borman from Long Way Up, which is currently streaming on Apple TV Plus. So I was chatting to him yesterday.
Okay.
And then I was chatting to Kim Rhodes, who plays Sheriff Jody Mills. Tomorrow I've got Julian Feder, that's in a new film with Ruby Rose called The Doorman.
Oh, yeah.
With Jean Reno, I think his name is. And then obviously this weekend, this Saturday, going live, premiering live this Saturday is Doug Jones, who plays Commander Saru on Star Trek Discovery, just in time for the premiere of season 3. So
how coincidental.
I know. I do plan them. And then my Jane Seymour was released last Saturday to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Somewhere in Time
with my boy.
Oh God, yeah. And do you know what? I still can't get over the fact that they were in a secret relationship, and they gave each other a pocket watch, which was secretly engraved to each other. But they don't know where those pocket watches are. So there's somewhere out there. There could be a collector that's got it in their collection.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So if you've got a pocket watch,
I'm coming to your house to take it.
To a lease from Richard, his character was. Please let us know. Let us know. So talking about conventions, I released a video on YouTube with Jeremy Miller. You see, Jeremy Miller, I knew did the voice of Linus in Charlie Brown in the Peanuts gang.
Yeah.
And there's a great event happening this weekend on the 10th of October. So on the 10th of October, you've got the whole cast of the Peanut gang. So you've got I've got it here. You've got Lucy, Linus, Charlie Brown, Peppermint Patty, and Sally. So you've got all the people that do the voices for those characters for the first time ever together.
That's crazy.
In a virtual, convention. And that is through a company called In-House Con that is run by Cool Waters Productions by Derek Mackey. Wonderful guy. So if you visit www. I think I've got it on here to put on if anyone's struggling to follow what I'm saying. Let me just there we go. So www.inhouse middle line, don't know what that's called, con.com.
Dash works.
con.com. Go on that website and check out the Peanuts reunion happening on the 10th of October. So I had a really great chat with Jeremy Miller, because you know what, I forgot that he was in Growing Pains.
Ben, he was freaking Ben.
I know.
Youngest
7
child
years.
up until he was youngest child up until they brought in they had the new kid, Maggie. And this is off the top of my head, bro. This is how much I liked Growing Pains. This is, dude, Growing Pains. How do you not like sing the theme song just like randomly throughout the day?
In the UK, we did get it, but obviously it wasn't that big, you know. But I can sort of remember, you know, when I was researching him for the interview, I was looking, I'm thinking, you know, I remember that show, and then the theme came on, and I was like, oh my god, it really, you know, it really come, yeah. I remembered.
It brought all the feelings back. It brought the nostalgia back, baby.
But he has lived a life, I tell you. He really has. You know, he's brought out a book, you know, which I've got to read. I forgot what it's called now. When You Wish Upon a Star or something like that. But check out the interview on my YouTube channel at Be More Super. But he's gone through a lot. He's gone through abuse. He's gone through alcohol abuse as well. You know, he's clean now. He's doing well. He's a chef and everything like that. But you know, the whole gang is together, the Peanut Gang. So you can buy autographs as well through the event. So it's going to be via Zoom, and it's all going to be live. And then if you buy an autograph, they will sign it live for you and say hello to you, which I think is awesome. And you can purchase one-on-one time with the stars. And what I didn't realize as well, Brad Keston, that does the voice of Charlie Brown, worked on Taxi. He did the voices for Gremlins as well. You know, which is amazing. But In-House Con has got another event on the 31st of October. So, Mike, are you a Star Wars fan, or is that a silly question?
I've been known to be a little bit on the Jedi or the Sith side, depending on how the day blows.
Well, Derek Mackey, that runs In-House Con, looks after a lot of stars, from Harrison Ford to Doug Jones and many others. But one star he looks after is Billy D. Williams.
Billy D. Williams.
And do you know what? Everyone's been asking for such a long time to get Billy D. Williams involved in an event. So on the 31st of October, Halloween, funnily enough, there's going to be a live event, a live virtual panel with Billy D. Williams.
That's really cool.
So you can get your autographs. You can send stuff in as well for you to get signed. So if you've got any already signed Star Wars stuff and you want to add Billy D. Williams onto it, oh yeah. But of course, he was in Batman as well.
He was
the original Batman. Yeah. Well, the Michael Keaton.
He was Harvey Dent.
Batman. He was, yeah. And then also you've got Matt Sloan that's worked on Man of Steel, X-Men. They're doing send-ins for him. Awesome. You got Mark Capri that's worked on Titanic and Empire Strikes Back. They're doing a send-in for him. And then also Harrison Ellenshaw that's worked on all the Star Wars, including Superman. Well, it's the one that we shouldn't mention that no one really likes, Superman 4.
Oh, that's okay. But, listen, they all have their place, dude. It's all right.
You know what? I quite like that movie.
It has its good parts. Listen, like Superman 3, it has its good parts. You know, there's some really awesome parts in Superman 4. It's just very hard to find them.
Well, what I'm going to do, all these links that we've been speaking about, I'm going to put onto the Facebook page, and I'm going to put on the description for this live stream as well.
Now, you know what's cool about In-House Con, Bri, is that they actually did not too long ago a Superman one. I think it was a couple months ago, which I was actually a part of. Well, a part of being I watched it and got the autographs from them. But they've done some. I get the emails from them all the time. They always have really cool events going on. So this is something that if like you said before, from doing it on Zoom, this is a fantastic thing for somebody to do, especially if they want to like meet some of their favorite actors and actresses and stuff. It's awesome.
And also when you're talking about the Superman events, I've got to say, if I was going to get a Gene Hackman autograph, this is a place. Sorry, I just burped.
It's okay.
This is a place.
It was good. Hope you ate something good.
I would get that autograph from. I've got the website there, coolwatersprods.com. They sell autographs on there as well, and you get merchandise, and it's just fantastic because they only sell autographs from the people that Derek Mackey looks after. So it's genuine.
All
And they've
authenticated, all genuine. Absolutely.
yeah, and they've gone into partnership with Beckett as well. So a lot of the stuff will come Beckett authenticated, which I think is awesome. So visit that website. But virtual Comic Cons, there's one coming up on the 28th of November.
I saw that.
Called Virtual Con 2.
Yeah.
That's happening in the UK. That's going to be broadcasted literally worldwide. So it's part of the Geek Asylum on Facebook.
Yep.
But if you want to check out the event, go on to facebook.com/virtualcon online. They did one in April, and I got involved. I gave away a Supergirl storyboard, production use storyboard, and that was through my sponsors, Prop Store. And I might do another giveaway from my own stuff. So, so I might do another giveaway on the actual show.
That's awesome.
And then we potentially might be getting involved, Mike. Potentially,
snap.
Getting involved. I think it would be great if we could bring some lovely guests over to that convention.
I think they would dig it
for some live streams and Q&As. I think if the listeners and viewers want us to do that, fire over on the YouTube channel, Facebook, who you would like. Obviously, don't put Harrison Ford or people like that, because we're not going to get
Henry Cavill's not coming either, folks. I hate to break it to you. So, let's be realistic.
Could that be a challenge?
Listen. The challenge accepted, but I mean, let's be honest. It's always sometimes about having realistic expectations. Like you said, you are currently getting, I believe, Tyler and Bitsy. Did I remember that correctly?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So that will be in January. Who else am I getting in January? This people. To be honest.
I think we are having technical difficulties with Brian, so I'm going to. Oh,
what happened just then?
Did you fall asleep? Did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh no. Yeah.
Camera's a little.
To be honest, I don't know. The camera both just went off and then come back on.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you would know better on your end than mine. I'm still rocking and rolling on my end. My question is for Mike. What is the first Superman you watched that inspired you? Oh, Faye, you already know the answer to that one.
Refreshing again.
You want me to refresh, or you got to refresh? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
How do I look?
am.
Am I?
The rest of the stream is going to be just me and you, Mike, going, "Are you okay? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you see me? Ooh, look.
Right. They're going to be like, all right, these guys did a massive amount of drugs before they came on the show, and they kicked it about halfway through. Max Headroom. Exactly. Max Headroom cameo. I have no idea if he's still there. No idea what's going on. I'm just going to keep talking. Oh, he refreshed. There he is. Yep. Hello, handsome. Are you back with me?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I don't know what has been going on there.
Welcome on the shelf.
Do you know what? I've actually just upgraded my internet as well. So I have upgraded my internet, so I should get like fast speed. So I'm quite shocked at the fact that it's freezing. Right, I'm giving him a call in a second. Peter Whetstone. Do you know what? I'll tell you a little story about Peter.
Oh boy.
Peter is a skateboarder.
Okay, good.
And he's actually looking for a girlfriend.
Oh boy. I'm sure Pete is super excited you just dropped that bomb on social media.
It's all right.
Sorry, Pete.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. So if anyone likes the name, he hasn't got a picture on there. Check out his profile. It'll be the last time he'll be on this show.
That was he's like, and goodbye.
Yeah. And he
Yeah,
looks like
exactly.
Spider-Man. And he looks like Spider-Man, believe it or not. He looks
Does he?
like Peter Parker. Well, no, I'm telling you. Yeah. I haven't got I haven't got any pictures, but he actually looks like Spider-Man. So if anyone's into the Peter
Looks like
Parker
Emily is.
look, yeah, yeah. We've got a question here, Mike. What is the
Yeah, I
name of
bet.
the first Superman you watched and inspired you?
This guy. Superman. I mean, obviously, Superman, the movie 1978 was a number one for me. There's no better. I mean, Henry's awesome. I love Henry, but this is like, it's Christopher Reeve, for Christ's sake. The man embodied Superman. And anyone, I know, I have friends through my jewelry company that I know that have knew him, like Jim Bowers from Cape Wonder. Was very friendly with new Christopher Reeve, and there's many others, and they just say how awesome of a guy he was, and he embodied Superman, and he was somebody to look up to. He was the first guy to really make it like, as they say, as the tagline was, you'll believe a man can fly.
And you did, you definitely did. I mean, I know they're remaking some excellent ones, but Christopher Reeve was definitely the person that inspired me as well.
Actually, Saturday is the anniversary of his death.
Is it? Oh God,
it is.
Yeah, it's terrible. Do you know what? Before he passed, I know that obviously. Do you remember that commercial on TV? Did it make it? Was it in the US where you see him in a wheelchair and you actually see him stand up? That got me, because for a moment I was thinking, wow, and then obviously, but I suppose inside that's how he felt. He felt that one day he would get through it, and his autobiographies are just amazing. Still Me and Nothing Is Impossible. It's a must read. So what are you up to for the rest of the week, Mike? Anything planned?
Actually, yes, I do have some stuff planned, as long as work permits, which is always a touch and go subject. I am actually going to be doing a photo shoot, hopefully, with a friend of mine, to recreate some of the promo shots for Superman the movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And for a moment there, I thought you were going to say they're going to be like boudoir shots or like dodgy. Yeah. Really heavy filter.
Dude, no, it would have to be a really heavy filter. Like this.
And what? So you're going to don the actual suit behind you?
A very good reproduction of it from a company called Super Costumes. Fantastic. They do an amazing job of work on these.
Do you know what? My brother-in-law's got one from them.
Really?
And, yes. And I remember we went to Wales Comic Con, and it was absolutely freezing cold. It was 7:30 in the morning. We're queuing up, and he said, "Shall I put it on now?" I went, "Yeah, put it on now. You can, everyone will love it." So he put it on, and because obviously you can't really put anything underneath, he was stood there for about 2 hours. It was drizzling with rain. It was freezing cold. Do you know what? I haven't laughed so hard. and he had his cape around him,
poor guy,
just covering him. But you know what? It looked awesome. And at the convention, there was a guy that did photos for cosplayers, where he would put like a filter, and he had one of them done. And do you know what? It looked amazing. He wasn't going to get it done, and it was like no. And do you know what? If I was his size, I would wear that Superman costume day in, day out. I would go to the shops in it. I'll go to work in it. But
yeah, Luke and I have a friend named Jonathan Bell, who's he's actually the Seattle Superman, who goes about town quite often in his suits. He's obviously well recognized. Fantastic fella. I met him at last year's New York Comic Con, finally in person. Fantastic. Again, another great guy. But I'm looking very forward to trying to recreate some of those shots with a photographer friend of mine to see if this we have Jim Bowers from Cape Wonder again gave me some of the locations, exactly where they were. So we're gonna go on an adventure.
That is awesome. Do you know what, Mike? This has been great fun. I needed this today because I've had a hell of a day. But it's really nice to have some time to shoot the breeze.
Oh yeah,
and talk about the week's news. But you know what? Everything's going to change, I should imagine, for next week. And I've got to say, anyone that's a Charlie Brown fan, jump on that.
Cool.
You know, the fact that you can, chat to the cast from I think it was 1982. I think it was.
It was the early 80s. It was definitely the early 80s. A lot of the specials that they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up going to my grandparents' house reading the old Charlie Brown books. So I'm sold on this one.
Yeah,
that's an easy one. Yeah, Jonathan Bell for life. He'll love that.
So yeah, jump over to the website, visit it, get your tickets this weekend, the 10th of October, for the Peanut reunion, which is going to be awesome. I'm going to be there, and I might ask a few questions. Mike, you look after yourself, keep safe, enjoy life, and keep that cape flying.
Absolutely, baby. Always a pleasure. Right. Take care. Be good.
You too. Bye bye.